So I have a question for you guys. As we have learned about each other and as you have learned each other's stories, how has that changed your perspective of others here in this group compared to the first moment we met when we walked into this house for the first time?
Everyone that we've met within this group is real. The experiences are real. Everyone's different. You're able to take their experience and their story and share it with others. It's like reading the Word, reading the living Word to, you get up in the morning, you read, and then you're able to share that with someone who might need it. I might be able to share your story with someone else who might be going through the same battle, just through our discussions we had. It seems like I've known you guys for years.
That's a great statement. To feel like you've known somebody for years, even though we've only spent hours together. So that's what stories can do. So what else? How has learning each other's stories shaped the perceptions you have and the sense of connectedness you have within our group?
I think we're all different, but we're all the same. We all are the same too. And it's like knowing the diversity that's here, you also get to see the sameness, which is Jesus. I mean, we all love Jesus. And when you come together and see that, it's like then you have something that you're connected to every person with, whether you can relate to the stories or you're the same age or gender or whatever. It's like you relate to Jesus.
Yep. I didn't think I was going to be able to relate to anybody when I came. But then we all started talking about Jesus, and I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I'm thinking I could skateboard maybe. I don't know.
Well, I'll be doing that later.
We'll all go skating.
Yeah. I think it sounds like a scary thing, but it's a lot less complicated than we think. Just showing up and sharing your heart and what God has done in your life. Like, I think sometimes we build up in our mind, I know this has been true for me, that you have to say things in a certain way or communicate in one way or memorize something. And it's just really, if you just show up and you share what God has done in your life and you have a heart to connect with other people, I think it's just really cool to see what God does through that. And I really love, the fact that you guys have had such similar stories happen within the communities you're a part of. And the fact that you guys are both sitting in this room, we're having this conversation is just wild to me. I thought that's really amazing that you guys were able to encourage and support each other. That was really inspiring to me.
Our meetings together, you guys have been really awesome. The first time we met, we talked about belonging. And I think we all agreed together that belonging is not passive, it's active. It's something you have to work at intentionally over time. And then our second conversation was all about finding vision and purpose in a group, that great groups sit down together and talk about what are we going to be about, and then build out the plan and even think about some logistics that will support that purpose. And then last time we were together, we talked about growing together and how belonging and friendships set the stage for growth, spiritual growth, personal growth in all aspects of life. And then today, finishing things up, we've just talked about the role that friendship plays. And it's so important to get to that point of friendship with a group because that's where staying power really occurs. And the friendship can take root in usually the unexpected moments. So it's the unplanned things that just emerge. The small things, but also the really significant things that come along the way. And so I'm just thankful that we've had this opportunity to build our friendships together, and it's been a great experience. All right, well, let's pray. Father, thank you again for the opportunity to be together and build our friendships and spark some. Well, I hope your group has enjoyed building friendships as much as we have the last several weeks. One thing we've learned is that when we share our stories with each other, we can grow closer much more quickly. So that's what we'd like to ask you to do. Each week when you meet for the next several weeks, have two people come prepared to share their stories. And don't make it too complicated. Just share some of the highlights of your life and the turning points and some of the ups and some of the downs. And then at the end of that meeting, take a minute to pray for the two people who shared their story that week. As you do, I think your group will experience exactly what Paul talked about in Romans 12:5. He said, "We are many parts of one body and we all belong to each other."